Guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how to make this halter neck maxi dress. So the first thing is just going to be to cut the bottom part of your skirt. So this here, you're going to first calculate the shoulder to your the length you want the dress to be. So it's going to be 57 for me. So that is going to be 57 minus my half length. So my half length is 17. That's my shoulder to my waist is 17. And then if I subtract these two, it's going to be 40. So the length of the skirt is going to be 40 inches, right? And then the next thing I'm going to calculate is going to be to get the circumference of my waist. So I'm going to get my waist measurement, which is 36, divided by 3.14. But before you even divide it, you have to put into consideration. So this is the waist of the skirt, right? It's supposed to have, this is round your waist, this is the front, this is the back, right? So it's supposed to have the side and the side. So the first thing you're going to add is 2 inches on this side for this seam on the side, in case if you want to add a pocket. And then another side, 2 inches of this side, in case if you want to add a pocket. And then 2 inches here for the back zipper, right? Or if you want, you could just do 1 inch if you just want to use half an inch of seam allowance. If you don't want to do like, if you think half an inch is going to be enough for you, but normally it's better to use 1 inch as your seam. 1 inch on each side as the seam allowance. So now the next thing is that is going to be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 added to your waist. So my waist, like I said, round is 36, but now I'm going to add all of this together. So plus 6, that is going to be 42. So this 42 now is going to serve as the waist I'm working with. So this 42, I'm going to be dividing it by 3.14 because it's half a circle that we're making. And then if you divide it, should give me about 13 inches, right? So that 13 inches is what I'm going to now add to this 40. So if I divide this 42 by 3.14, I'm getting about 13. So that 13 now add it to this. So that is going to give me about it's going to give me 53. So I'm going to make sure that on the fold, my fabric is going to contain 53, but it's not going to be 53 on the dot, because remember your skirt, you still need about 1.5 added to it, 1 inch of hemming the end and half an inch of joining the upper part to the waist. So whatever you get, so the first measurement you get and the second one you got, then add 1.5 to the total. So instead of working with 53, I'm going to work with 54.5. So I'm going to make sure that the fabric that is folded into 2 now, I have about 54.5 added in total. Right, so this is it here. You see, I folded my akara into 2. I'm going to make sure that the fold has 54.5. So guys, in addition to this, now you will see that what I did was just to take the end of this cloth, fold it this way, just so I can cut my circle easier, because if I leave it open like this, it will be hard to go around and cut it. But just fold it again like this. Just take the corner by this side, flip it over on top of this. That way it will be easier for you to cut. So now the first thing I'm going to put in here is the 13 inches measurement that I got. So I'm going to just mark from this point 13 all the way round for the waist. And then after that, I'm going to mark from this point all the way down to 54.5 all the way round. Guys, once it's done, all you have to do is just to go ahead and cut. So you will notice that this fabric here is not up to the length of the normal one, right? It stops here. So I'm going to still go back in and add fabric to complete this portion of it. So I'm going to need fabric this size to add up to make up this length. But in the meantime, I'm just going to cut this out. The best way to attach your fabric is going to be, you know, that corner after you cut out the main cloth, that corner that has this slanty part like this, take the longest part of it, fold it into 2 again. You see my own, just like this. And then go back in again and trace that same length that you used for the previous one at the back. Make sure you've already pinned this with the seam allowance you want to use to sew it, and then trace it over. So now when I cut it, you will see it's going to be exactly the same length that I need. So just follow that same line that you made and cut it out. This is it, everything is done. The skirt part is done. So I'm still going to split open the side, just so that I will have, and then this open part already is going to go towards the back, and then I'm going to slit open the side. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and join this piece together. So let me remove the pin so you will see. You just have to go ahead and use the seam allowance that you already made to join this together, so it will form the full length of the skirt. And then we'll go ahead and cut the top. The first step we're going to do here is to go ahead and draft your basic bodice. You see, this is the line of the shoulder, right? And then, like I said, my shoulder plus half an inch is going to be, my shoulder to waist plus half an inch is about 17 of length. 17.5 is what we have here. And then I did my shoulder divided by 2, which is 8. Marked it here. Came down for my armhole here, which is at about 9.5. And then I'm going to do 1 inch of shoulder slope, 3 inch of neckline, come down 3 inch of neck depth. Connect the two together like this, right? And then once that is done, connect your shoulder slope. Just your basic bodice. And then the next thing is going to be to insert your armhole, your bust divided by 4. So whatever that is, mark it. And then you're going to go ahead and add, let's say, 2 inches extra here. Go down to your waist and do the 2 inches extra is just to go around to cover the side boobs, right? If you want, you could do 2.5, it doesn't matter. I think the 2 inches is okay for me. And then come down to your waist, do your waist divided by 4, mark it. And then you're going to go ahead and add 1 inch of darting, because you're going to add a 1 inch dart here. And then you're going to go ahead and add the same 2 inches that we spoke about, that we added here, just so your waist can also come towards the back. So that is going to be extra 2 inches. And then from here now, you're going to connect it to the bust, like this, right? And now give it a curve here, just like that. And then the next thing is going to be from this point of where you marked your 3 inch of neckline, you're going to connect it into the armhole. So you could use the curved side of your ruler, or you could just use the straight side and then go back in and curve it. So I'm just going to give it a straight line like this to form the halter neck. And then I'm just going to find a way to curve it into this part. And that is it. So all I have to do now is just to go ahead and cut. And to cut it, you're going to just go straight up. So guys, this is what I had to cut a lining for this here, for the top part, right? But then you're going to make straps. So this is one strap that I already have. So you could make one for the neck and one for the side. So the one for the neck, you could make it as long as you want. So the length I'm using here is like 22 for the neck one. And then for the back one, the one that's going to tie around that is going to be a little bit longer than the neck one. So this one is about 40 inches of length, right? And then, so now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take this here. So the way my lining is now, I'm going to take the end of this here, put it together like this at the tip of this point here, right? Put one on top of each other like this. Just make it overlap a little bit, just like this. And then you're going to take one of these two here, put it on the side. So one here, and then one on this other corner. Just by the very end of this here is where you're going to have it. And then you're going to go ahead and take this, put it on top like this, put it on top, and then you're going to sew using half an inch. Sew all the way to the top, sew all the way to this corner, and sew it all the way down. And once it's done, put your hand in here and flip everything out. Remember that the right side of your fabric is going to face this part here, right? And then the wrong side is out. The lining, the side doesn't really matter, right? So once you put your lining, just know that the front is going to face this part, and then all the piece you're using, that's the rope, is going to be inside. So now I'm going to go ahead and join mine. This is what I'm saying. You have to make sure it overlaps each other, like in an angle form. That way it will form this kind of neckline at the point of this here. And then you put the other one just at the top here. And then you see I added a tiny dart here. It's not really necessary. And then I added 2 darts here. Let me turn it so you see. So just I use white thread so you can see. It's not even up to 1 inch dart. You don't really need it. But if you want to, you could add it. And then this is the dart that you need here, this one here. So now that this is done, we are going to go ahead and attach it to the skirt part. Guys, I'm starting to think that instead of using, because I'm going to use elastic instead of using zipper, so I think it will be more flattering. The zip, if you want to add pocket to yours, like I said, if you still want to just use zipper, what you can do is just the same thing. Split it open here, and then you're going to split. If you split it open, that way you have 2 pieces, front and back. The one for the back, split it open again. That way you can use the second one as the back panel. Add a zip, add a band, to it, and that is it. But if you want to add elastic, which is exactly, because I had to zoom in to see the back, if you want that drapey look at the back, instead of giving it like straight like this and then adding the zip, the elastic is going to make it drop a little and give it some curve because of the weight of the fabric pulling it down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to split it open in one side, use one side to add to the front panel. Although I know that the side I'm going to use for the front might be longer, I'm just going to add a little bit of, not really gather, just split if it's more than if it's longer than what I actually need. But you see, it's not even that long, so it's still okay. So you see, it's okay like this. For the front panel, that's what I'm going to do. And then the one for the back, I'm just going to cut about 2 inches. Sorry, I'm going to cut about 4 inches band and attach it to the band. That way I'm going to make a casing for elastic. So let me go ahead and split this into 2 now. Guys, this is it here. So I've gone ahead, joined the first part to this, and then the second piece is at the back. So like I was saying, just make a casing for your elastic, but whatever casing you decide to use, you could do about 3 inches width. That way you are going to, because it's small elastic that I'm going to use. If I use the bold 1 inch elastic, it might still give me that bold effect of zip, but I want to use the very, very tiny elastic. So that's what I'm going to use, this one here. So I'm going to pass it through this casing, and you will notice that after making the casing for my elastic, I top stitched it. That way this little part is going to give like small gather at the top, but the second part, this second opening, is where my elastic is going to pass through. So my casing is this thick, but then I just top stitched it at the top here, leaving about 1/2 inch at the top all the way down. So when you pass your elastic inside this second casing now, this upper part is going to form little together, right? So I'm going to pass it now, close up the stitch here, close up the stitch here, and then we'll see what it looks like. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.